This one thing is without a doubt the single most important factor in bringing in the loving relationship that you want in your life. Has your love or your dating life become literally a meme amongst you and your friends? And if you don't have any friends, even just amongst your own self-deprecating thoughts. Maybe you keep getting burned or rejected, or you feel like you're attracting the wrong people. Maybe you just haven't found the right person yet. Maybe you're sucked in the black hole of dating apps and dating app culture and find that you're literally just so burnt out that you don't even have the energy to be your best self, even if you did meet the right person. Whatever it is, trust me, I've been there. Trust me, I have. I've spent like $50 or $60 on like premium dating app features just to do the same stupid shit or go on the same bad dates or experience the actually like curiously sharp teeth of getting rejected by someone that is basically like a stranger that you shouldn't care about and like you don't even really like, but also like you thought maybe like could definitely be your wife someday. Before this one thing I'm about to tell you became very clear to me, my dating and romantic life was like basically a boulevard of broken dreams and heartbreak and glass and sadness and just like not really a puppies and rainbows time. Rejection from people I only kind of knew, rejection from people that I was in love with, longtime girlfriends, medium-term girlfriends like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, all of it, all of it. I was probably in the throes of heartbreak when I even first got into astrology like over 10 years ago. For so long, I always thought, oh, if I can totally understand them a little bit better, or if I can understand their attachment style and adjust around it, or if I know their astrological sign, or if I master the X no contact rule, or if I'm smarter or more attractive or more funny or more accomplished or more successful, that'll bring me the relationship that I want. That'll give me more opportunities to attract the person I'm meant to be with. If you're someone that's ever floated around with the X no contact rule content out there, you know who you are. You have to do your time with it. It's not a happy place to be. It's not a good place. Eventually you graduate and see, wow, I was there for a while. But I will say this, you walk around in like a really deep sewer long enough, you do eventually learn how to swim, even though it's like kind of not glamorous. And what you learn it as the single most important determinant of a healthy, successful relationship, maintaining it or even just attracting it into your life, comes from loving your own self first and foremost before anything else. It's so overly simplistic, it's almost hokey. It just feels like annoyingly naive or out of touch or just like toxic positivity. It's like, chill with the positivity, dude. I'm on Reddit on like X no contact, figuring out if like 38 days is probably enough for an anxiously avoidant person to like text me back. Text me back, suddenly become aware of all their flaws, be this person that like I idealized and romanticized but like never really existed, fulfill all my needs because like I need that completely in another person because I haven't learned how to love myself. All right, I'm being a little silly here, but my point is actually that this is 100% stone cold, powerful, sage advice if you truly want to manifest it. And if you do it right, it will happen. We are generally a self-centered, narcissistic culture, and I think that we're resistant to really adopting a life philosophy of self-love because we're worried about, oh, that's like narcissistic or that's selfish. Guess what? There's a difference between self-centeredness, there's a difference between doing narcissistic things and having self-love. We can still be very self-centered, very narcissistic, without having self-love. In fact, I'm no therapist. I don't take this as such, but actually the core wound of a narcissistic or selfish person is actually their lack of self-love. It's that inability to take care of that point for themselves. And maybe one of the reasons why we have this kind of knee-jerk reaction to, oh, love yourself, we think it's hokey or silly, is because it sounds simplistic, but it's really hard to do. It's like, all right, Becky, you're telling me to love myself. Why don't we just like pump the brakes a little bit? I've spent like 30 plus years with a lot of self-hate, a lot of self-criticism, a lot of self-deprecating jokes, self-sabotaging behaviors, mistakes, 1 or 2 or 50 things I regret doing, a lion's share of things that feel like they're not going right in the current moment. I honestly still haven't even forgiven myself for like really miffing my breakfast order at the diner this morning. Like really wish I could add that one back. So self-love, whoa. But when self-love seems hard to do, you really have to maybe think about it more as a mindset shift. It's not something that you litigate or wage war with or defend or, say you deserve love if you did X or if you didn't make so many mistakes, right? No, it's an a priori decision to love yourself unconditionally, to tell yourself that no matter what, like you could be SOL without a paddle, you could be rejected, you could be, totally on the fringe and at rock bottom, but you know that there's someone here that loves you for it no matter what, that you have an inherent right to exist, that you add value, that you bring light into the world, that you are capable of enriching the world regardless of qualitative things, regardless of external things, just by being you, by living, by existing. Okay, granted, I don't think like any of what I just described is doing well to like combat the, hey, that sounds hokey or sweet, but like that's hard to do. How do you even make that actionable? So I'll break it down to basically one thing. If you can only do one thing, this is the thing you have to do. Start doing things purely for your own enjoyment, without regard for what other people think about it, without regard for what their opinions, without trying to impress anyone, without doing it for money. Just do something completely new for you, not something that like you did with your parents or your family. Discover and find something that you love to do. Even if it's only a couple hours a week, always make time for it and never give it up. Are you the kind of person that will pull out all the stops? You'll go have a spa day, do your outfit, your hair, eat a really good meal, work out, clean your apartment, all in anticipation of just like one measly first date. But then if it's just you, you'll like eat half of a fruit roll up, a thing of Dunkaroos, forget to take out your contacts and pass out on your rug at like 7 p.m. You'll pay for drinks or for a meal on a date, but you won't take that same money and take yourself out and get a massage or buy yourself something in service of a new hobby. Why? Cultivating self-love is a constant practice, right? It's something you have to keep making time for. Anything like a habit, you have to practice it and you get better at it. But if you're someone that is completely like, I don't even know where to start, right? This thing is the building block for just getting started. Find something that you love, make time for it, and never give it up. It snowballs from there. I found a dream relationship in my life literally when I said, I literally don't care about finding someone or trying to impress them or win them over. I literally took all that energy I was, putting towards, I'm so lonely, or why won't anyone love me, or like, what are my exes doing? And I just decided I'm gonna do stuff specifically for me. Started writing a blog that was very personal, and I forced myself to publish it. I took up snowboarding. Never had really snowboarded my whole life, and went from not being able to stay up on a bunny hill to being able to snowboard black diamonds by the end of the season. I just went by myself. I did it totally for me. Somewhere deep, deep in that process, in that decision to focus on nurturing myself and rediscovering how to have fun by myself, the exact kind of relationship, the exact kind of person I wanted to attract came into my life. And it wasn't even something I wanted, right? It was literally a reflection of the energy that I was cultivating. It was someone that was on a similar wavelength. You can say that law of attraction things, manifestation, you can say it's all hokey, but try it out for yourself. It's not, it happens. You get out of life what you are putting out. The energy that you receive, the people that you are attract, it's a direct reflection of what energy you're putting out there. You can never truly expect someone to be attracted to you and to love you in the way that you really want to and deserve to be loved if you're not able to do that for yourself. It's impossible to love yourself and to really nurture yourself at the most basic foundational level is a prerequisite, right? If it's not taken care of, it's like putting a blurry lens or a blocked lens on a camera. It doesn't matter what's out there. You're not going to be able to see it. You're not going to be able to bring it into view. You just aren't.